Right on. Oh, you know, we're going to go to the sanctuary. We're going to see.
Yeah.
You might recognize them from earlier, but they're in different characters now.
What?
Please welcome.
Oh, I think I recognize them.
Jay Bird and Sweet D together last for the third time.
Same persona, different day. Hi.
Hi, babe.
That's Sweet D. I'm Jay Bird. We decided, you know, with the whole COVID thing, that pandemic thing that seems to be...
What's that?
There's a pandemic going on.
What?
Yeah, it's like a pandemic. Like, people are not leaving.
Like the plague?
And they're worshiping Bonnie Henry. It's all very confusing. But we thought, because nobody's going anywhere, we would sing 3 songs about 3 different kinds of transportation, kind of a theme.
Nice.
And so, first song's a Lyle Lovett song. Second song's a Dory Previn song. The third song's a Fred Eaglesmith song. So we're going to start with Boats.
Yay!
And if I had a boat, go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, ride it on my boat. We could all go sailing, go out on the ocean, me upon my pony on my boat. If I was Roy Rogers, surely would be single. Couldn't bring myself to marry an old Dale. It'd just be me and Trigger, riding through them movies. We'd buy a boat, then on the sea we'd sail. And if I had a boat, go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, ride it on my boat. We could all go sailing, go out on the ocean, me upon my pony on my boat. The mystery masked man was smart, bought himself a Tonto, 'cause Tonto did the dirty work for free. Tonto, he was smarter. One day said Kemosabe, kiss my ass, bought a boat, and I'm going out to sea. 'Cause if I had a boat, go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, ride it on my boat. We could all go sailing, go out on the ocean, me upon my pony on my boat. If I was like lightning, wouldn't wear no sneakers, come and go wherever I would please. And I'd scare 'em by the shade tree, scare 'em by the light pole. I would not scare my pony in my boat out on the sea. 'Cause if I had a boat, go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, ride it on my boat. We could all go sailing, go out on the ocean, me upon my pony on my boat.
Let's go now. Now, let's go.
Sure, because ponies and boats and oceans, they all go together, right?
Yeah, right?
They do, yeah. So now, is this in the key of Jimmy? Must be. The Dory song?
Yes, we can choose our key.
We're going to do it in that key. We're going to do it in that key now. So, long time ago, I used to know a very angry person who introduced me to the music of Dory Previn. And I have wanted to do this song for years and years and years. And now we're going to do it. And so we've gone from boats. We've taken our boat and our pony and we've sailed across the sea. And now we've landed and now we're going to be in a car. was riding in my car, screaming at the night, screaming at the dark, screaming at fright. I wasn't doing nothing, just driving about, screaming at the dark, letting it out. That's all I was doing, just letting it out. Along comes a motorcycle, very much to my surprise. Said, officer, was I speeding? Couldn't see his eyes. Said, no, you weren't speeding. And he felt where his gun was hung. He said, lady, you were screaming at the top of your lungs. You were doing it alone, you were doing it alone. You were screaming in your car in a 20-mile zone. Doing it alone, you were doing it alone. You were screaming. You were doing it alone, you were doing it alone. You were screaming in your car in a 20-mile zone. You were doing it alone, you were doing it alone. You were screaming. I said, roll up all my windows, don't wanna disturb the peace. I'm just a creature who's looking for a little release. I said, what's so wrong with screaming? You do it at your games. When the quarterback breaks an elbow, when the boxer beats and maims. But you were doing it alone, you were doing it alone. You were screaming in your car in a 20-mile zone. You were doing it alone, you were doing it alone. You were speeding. You were doing it alone, you were doing it alone. You were screaming in your car in a 20-mile zone. You were doing it alone, you were doing it alone. You were screaming. I said, animals roar when they feel like, why can't we do that too? Instead of screaming bonsai baby in the war, in the human zoo. You said, I got to take you in now, follow me right behind. Let's have no more screaming like you're out of your mind. So he climbed aboard cycle, and the headlight beamed, and his motor started screaming, and his siren screamed. He was doing it alone, he was doing it alone. He was screaming on his bike in a 20-mile zone. He was doing it alone, he was doing it alone. He was screaming. I was doing it alone, I was doing it alone. I was screaming in my car in a 20-mile zone. I was doing it alone, I was doing it alone. I was screaming. We were doing it together, we were doing it together. We were screaming in the dark in a 20-mile zone. We were doing it together, we were doing it together. We were screaming. We were doing it together, we were doing it together. We were doing it together, we were doing it together. We were doing it together, we were doing it together. We were doing it together, we were doing it together. Alone in a 20-mile zone.
Woo! Yes! You did it! You did it! Do you know who showed me Dory Previn? Allie Riley. Allie Riley. Allie Riley.
Emily.
Okay, nice. Okay, go.
Yeah, so we got one more. And as always, I want to say a big thank you to Carolyn, Wes, Catherine, and Josh running the tech and hosting and making it all happen. I want to say a big thank you to all the people who come out every week to watch us. You don't even know what it means. It means a lot. So, one more. We've done boats. Mm-hmm. We've done cars.
Mm-hmm. And bikes, if you really like.
And bikes, if you really, there's another one. There's a fourth, like a bonus Easter egg there. But now we're going to do trains. So that means Fred Eaglesmith. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Well, it just came down from Chippewa, a station wagon and $100, thinking about a girl I lost a year ago. Hadn't seen her for some time, thought that I might go on by, but then your memory came crashing in and closed that door. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a diesel locomotive. I come whistling down your tracks, smashing in your door. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I didn't have a heart and you'd need a shovel full of coal just to get me started. Wish I was a freight train. Wish I was a freight train. Every time I talk to you, I hear your jealous lies. I feel like I've been left abandoned on some old railway siding. Every time I talk to you, water just gets cold. My stoker will not stoke, and my boiler will not boil. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a diesel locomotive. I come whistling down your tracks, smashing in your door. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I didn't have a heart and you'd need a shovel full of coal just to get me started. Wish I was a freight train. Wish I was a freight train. Every time I fell behind, could not get ahead. Wish someone would pull the lever and give me a little sand. Every time I fell behind, yeah, even further back. Wish some brakeman would come out of the fog and change my track. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I was a diesel locomotive. I come whistling down your track, smashing in your door. Wish I was a freight train, baby, wish I didn't have a heart and you'd need a shovel full of coal just to get me started. Wish I was a freight train. Wish I was a freight train. Wish I was a freight train.
Jay Bird and Sweet Day. Hey Jay, you know how there's that person in Shawnee like that's making, you think it's like a fake train sound, like a,
Yes,
because the train doesn't run. I heard a podcast, there's someone was doing it in another city to freak out people, so maybe it's a thing.
Well, it's working.
Like they were doing it in like a place that didn't have trains, so it was even like, it was sort of like, now there is no train in Shawnee, but I mean like that never had them, so it was really freaking people out.
Well, you know, those train whistles are available at Dunkin' Music or down along the Clay.
I think Wes has one.
Should you wish to fuck with people in your town, maybe recommend buying a train whistle, just wandering through the streets at night, no one's out, because, you know,
Toot toot.
and just blowing your whistle.
Maybe that's our new merch. Toot toot from the Hoot.
That's not where my brain goes. It toot toot from the Hoot, but it's okay. I'm very gassy.
Toot toot. Don't pollute.
Well,
I love you.
that was Sweet D from Jaybird. Thank you very much.
I love you. Thank you for being on the show. My angel.
Yay.
Preciosa.